Alright, good evening everyone, or good afternoon I should say. Well, it's really the evening. Anyway, today is Friday, December 28th, 2012. This is going to be our last recap for the year of 2012. Let me get to the results. First, on crude oil we were up 18 ticks, on gold we were up 15 ticks, on soybeans we were up 1 tick. Okay, those are the results of the day. Now, if you've not taken a free trial with us, go to www.cfrn.net/apply, A-P-P-L-Y, in case you didn't know how to spell apply. Just go there, sign up for it. All we ask for is your name and your email address. And in the free trial, you get 5 days in our live trading room. You get access to all of the indicators and charts that you see here. We'll send you an email with a link in it that shows you how to download the charting platform, how to download the indicators. And then if you want to have your charts looking just like mine, just send an email to support@cfrn.net and ask me to send you my layout. Alright, and I'll send it over to you. Alright, now today we had our goal today was to achieve $4,000 per contract for the month of December. We only needed $20 net to do it, so it wasn't that tough of a goal to meet today, but we did meet it. We met and exceeded it. You know, we had there was a little bit of a buzz around me making that goal or not making that goal, but I did make it. It took me 3 trades actually to make it. Each one of the 3 trades that I took made the 2 ticks that I needed, but 2 of them went back to break even and got me out of break even, and one of them I just took the 2 ticks and got it over with. Now let's just get started here, okay? I'll start off with the NQ. Alright, right here at 9:30 was the open, and there were opportunities right in here right away on the NQ. Here and here, I would have had my my goal on either one of those trades right there had I entered on either one. I missed all of that, okay? I missed all that, and over here as well, I missed that. This was my first trade. I think I took this short trade. It did give me what I needed to reach my goal, and I moved my stop to break even when we closed below the MA1, and it came back up and stopped me out at break even. All right. So I think that was the last time I traded the NQ this morning. But let's see. It gave plenty of opportunity though. Now, the setup is when you look for a bullish cross right here, cross of the MA1 over the BBC, and then you would just look for price to pull back down to the BBC. If you have bullish divergence down here, then you would look for the bounce up off the BBC in the direction of the cross. You can get long right there. If you don't have the divergence, then you can draw a trend line like I just did and take a close above the trend line and up close above the trend line in this case, okay, which would have been right in here. Either one of those would have worked. Over here, now this is one that Bert mentioned in the live trading room this morning when it was happening. It came back, tested the BBC, and gave a down close. We had the bearish divergence right there. You could have shorted on the down close of that, or if you wanted to wait for the close down below the trend line, you could have done it right in there. All right, there was another one there and another one there, and on the long side there was one in there and one in there, one over here, and one up here, one in here too. This probably would have stopped you out if you'd taken that trade. All right. That probably would have stopped you out if you had an 8-tick risk on like I usually do. Anyway, that was the NQ this morning. That's all the trading that we did on the NQ. You can see there were more opportunities, but we just didn't take any. Okay, let's jump over here to the ES. Okay, the ES really tanked today. Now we had a tweet to go short the other day at 14.14. Let's go back here. It was right over here. You see this box? Right in here we had a tweet to get short at 14.14. It dropped all the way to 13.96, then pulled all the way back up to the 14.14 area, then moved all the way back down to 13.83 for a 21-point move total. It took a few days for it to do that whole move, but it was there. Okay, it was there. Now let's look at the ES quickly here. Okay, Let's see, there were some trading opportunities this morning after the open. Right here on the long side was an opportunity to get in there. Here on the short side, if you would have gotten in there, you would have stopped out. Over here there was a shorting opportunity, which would have given you a couple of points. In here there was a long opportunity up to the weekly trading zone, would have given you a couple points. Another long opportunity right here. Now, what I'm doing here on the 4-tick range, all the 4-tick range charts use the same indicators and they use the same exact trade setup. Okay, they all do the same thing regardless of what the symbol is. All right, every chart has an 8-tick. Every trade has an 8-tick stop, regardless of what the symbol is. It's just the way we do it. All right, we do the same thing over and over and over again. You can see it's just happening again and again and again in here. Okay, down here you would have drawn a trend line up here like this. All right, the down close was right there. Right there. All right, simple as that. Okay, over here you would have drawn your trend line up like this. With the bearish divergence, the down close right here could have been shorted. All right, and this is on the ES. All right, you can just trade this thing over and over and over and over and over again. That was today on the ES. I didn't take any trades on the ES. I didn't take any trades on the YM either. All right, I'll show it quickly, but I didn't take any trades on it. Actually, I got to go back, way back here. All right, the same type of things. It's a 4-tick range, so you're looking at the same exact thing. You want to see your trend lines, you want to see tests of the BBC, you want to see divergence. All these things are the same. The breaks of the trend lines. Okay, it's always the same. Never changing. Always the same. All right, guys. The euro, I didn't look at the euro at all this morning. Okay, but it looks like it had some pretty good opportunity here. Again, same thing. It's a 4-tick range chart, so you're looking at the same exact thing. All right, now that never hit the BBC, so you would have changed your trend line over like that. The up close right there is where you would have gotten long on that. All right, same exact thing over and over and over again. Let me bring over the crude oil because I did take some trades on the crude this morning. Let's see, we'll scroll back here. There we go. This was my first trade on the crude. This is where I got my my two ticks, and I met the $20 goal for the day. All right, that was right in here. I shorted right here on the close, the down close, because we had bearish divergence. So I took a short on the down close, and it made 2 ticks, and I took my stop to plus 2 ticks. Wow, I'm having a hard time saying that. I took my stop to plus 2 ticks at that point. Okay, there was a bunch more trades in here that I missed. I finally got into one over here on the close down below this trend line. I shorted right in there, and I took some profit right down here. All right, I started moving my stop down, and then the thing just dropped. There was another opportunity in there. There was another opportunity in there, and another opportunity in there. There were more opportunities in here that had happened during the morning session that I missed. There was one right there. Given the bearish divergence, you could have shorted off the BBC right here on the down close off the BBC, or to be more conservative, you could have waited for the close down below the trend line. All right, anticipating that it was going to break this pivot right here. Okay, that it was going to continue going down and break that pivot. That's the day, guys. It happens over and over and over again. All right, that was our morning on the crude, and I'll do gold right now. Okay, here's gold. You can see I'm doing this at night. All the markets have closed right now. It's Friday night, and the markets have already closed down for the day. Now, this morning on the gold, there was ample opportunity to get what I was looking for several times over. Right in here, the short down below that trend line. In here, this was the close down below that trend line. All right, and that one went up. I took a short over here. It did give me the 2 ticks, and then I got out at break even on that. Okay, I'd moved my stop back to break even, and it got me out of break even. The next opportunity was right over here where I was short on gold at 1657.8, and the bottom just fell out of it, and I took some profit over here. Okay, let's see, in here there were more opportunities on the way up here. We had bullish divergence to test to the BBC with an up close. You could have gotten long right there on the up close. Over here it pulled back, and there was bullish divergence, but it didn't actually hit the BBC. Okay, it pulled back right there, so the opportunity would have been the up close above that trend line right there. Okay, things flipped around, and there was opportunity on the short side, the down close right here, and again over here you would have been drawn a trend line up these bottoms. It would have gone this way, like this. By the time it ended, it would have been going like that. Alright, so you could have shorted right over here on the down close right there. The down close right here, you did have some good bearish divergence down here on the slingshot, but the blue cycle would have kept me out of that, and I would look for the more conservative entry below the trend line. Alright, now let's just look here a little bit more. Right in here, we had to pull back up to the BBC, close down below the trend line again. Okay, let's see, it flipped around quite a bit in here, and this was all after the morning session now. Okay, the Russell, let's bring the Russell over and take a quick look at that. Okay, that was the only market we haven't looked at yet. You can see there was some good movement in there this afternoon today. But this morning, let's see. This morning, what did we have? Let's see, starting at 9:30. It was pretty choppy in here, but there was some opportunity on the long side. Okay, once the MA1 got above the BBC, then you would have just been looking here, bullish divergence, tested the BBC with an up close. Could have gotten in right there. Did the same thing again over here. Alright, again with the up close, this time above the trend line because the cycle was red on the up close. You would have just looking for the close above this trend line. And that one went up. There were some more opportunities up here as it was approaching the weekly trading zone. Then it pulled off the weekly trading zone over here, shorting opportunities. Okay, you see in there the down close below that trend line. Because it never hit the BBC, you would have to wait for the close below the trend line. Okay, there were a couple of those in here on the way down. Now, I didn't trade the Russell, or I don't have any results on the Russell anyway, so if I did trade, I don't think I did. I don't have any yellow lines on here, so I don't think I traded the Russell all morning. When I put a trade on, I usually put a yellow arrow that shows my entry and my exit. Okay. Now you can see there were more opportunities in here on the way up. Right in there. Right over here. Right over here as well. Okay, you see I'm just drawing trend lines down the top, so when it hits the BBC, when price hits the BBC, then you stop moving the trend line. Okay, the up close right there was an opportunity. Now over here was an opportunity. Right in here. Now we're right inside the weekly trading zone, so we're not doing anything in here. And we're outside the morning session. So that was pretty much it. Again, the results for the morning were +1 tick on soybeans. Oh, I didn't cover the soybeans. +1 tick on soybeans, +18 ticks on crude oil, +15 ticks on gold. As we scroll back here in the soybeans, there were a couple of opportunities on the soybeans this morning. I shorted, I didn't put my yellow arrow on there, but I shorted the down close over here off of this, and I had forgotten that I had it on. I saw it when it was over here. When it had gone down and given me a pretty good profit, like 10 ticks profit, I saw it. And I moved my stop to break even plus a tick, and it got me out over there at break even plus a tick. It got really choppy in here, and we stopped looking at it altogether. Okay, you can see after the morning session there was a little bit of movement, but just look at it in here. It's just really, really choppy. So we didn't trade that anymore either. Alright, so that was it. That was our morning session. Again, if you have not taken a free trial with us, go to www.cfrn.net/apply. Sign up for the free trial. If you're on the free trial, you should have something in your email. Or actually, if you're in this room today, if you came into the live trading room today for the sweatshop, then you're probably going to get an email with below the information it takes to become a partner. All right? That's it. Any questions, email support@cfrn.net.